Now that you're really comfortable with those transformation formulas and knowing how A, B, H, and K work, let's take a look at this question and see how quickly we can do it. Here's a point. 410. It's told in this question that it is on this function right here. Oh, well, then that's easy enough. It says, what's the value of K? Well, where's K? Oh, hey, look, there's K right there. K is, of course, going to be your vertical stretch factor. It's going to be your A value. All right, so what? I call it K. Well, A, K, K, A, I don't know, whatever. Who cares? Okay? But the point here is this. That's an X. That's a Y. You now need to find that stretch value right here. Okay, so one of the things that's interesting here is remember that f of x is just a fancy way of saying y equals 2. So you can put it down as y equals 2 k square root of 3 x minus 1 plus 4. There's the formula in terms of y. Now, all you have to do is substitute this value of y and x in, and you should be good to go. Solve for k. This shouldn't be that tough. So here we go. 10 equals to k, right? Square root, all right, there's 3x is 4. Okay, 4 minus 1. Look at that, plus the 4 on the outside. Don't forget your bed mass. That's going to help you an awful lot. So do what's in the brackets first. 4 minus 1 is, of course, 3. You have 3 times 3 under the square root here. 3 times 3 is 9. So you have the square root of 9. Don't forget that k value is just kind of traveling along with you for right now. Square root of 9 is 3. Okay, so you have 10, which is here, equals to 3k, right, plus the 4. Oh, well, that's just a simple algebra thing to do now. Oh, my gotcha. Let's go. Minus 4 from both sides. That's gone, leaving you 6 equals to 3k. Divide by 3, divide by 3, k equals to 2. Oh, yay. So this formula then becomes f of x. There's the 2 value here, right, equals to 2 square root of 3x minus 1 plus 4. Now, I'm curious. Now that I know this formula, if I pop this into my calculator with this, will this 410 actually show up? Well, let's see. Go to my calculator. I just happen to have it in there already. I'm going to graph it. There's a nice little graph for it. Yippee skippy. But the thing I'm interested in is the table of values. And sure enough, lo and behold, there it is. Oh, how pretty. There's your 410, which actually is right there. Woo! We did that right. Yay. Okay. So let's go on to the next example. Look at example 7 now. This is kind of a weird example. It says the point 4y is on this graph. Why didn't you give me the y then? You got the x value. You just give me the y already. Look, y equals to the square root of x. Pop in the 4 because you know what it is, right? Square root of 4 is 2. Y equals to 2. Oh my gotcha, that was impossible. Look at that. There's your point 42. Now, knowing the point then, watch this. It says the graph is now transformed into a new graph, g of x. First thing you're going to do is you're going to do a horizontal stretch factor of 2. Okay, remember, that is not the b value. Remember, you had to flip it. So a stretch factor of 2 means that the b was actually a half. A reflection about the x-axis. Oh my gotcha. Okay, I can't remember. So I'm going to put a quick coordinate plane up here. I know that this is my x, that's my y. And it says reflection about the x-axis. So I'm going across the x-axis. Oh, lo and behold, that's a vertical one. So obviously that's going to be my a value here. My a value is going to be a negative something. But notice how it doesn't say any kind of stretch factor here. So just assume it to be 1. Boom, there's my reflection. Done. And I'm going to do a translation of 3 units up. Doesn't say anything about horizontal. So horizontally, that's a 0, but 3 units up, your k is going to be plus 3. Oh, cool. You can actually figure out a formula now. Right on. So y equals to a is minus 1, square root of 1/2. There's your b value. X minus h, which is 0. So x minus 0, right? plus k plus 3. There's your formula. And if you want to clean that up a little bit, it'll look a little nicer. Just y equals minus the square root of 1/2 x, right, plus 3, and everybody's happy, right? Now, that still hasn't answered the question yet, though. What you have to figure out here is that I've given you the point 4, 2. And you have to use all of these transformations that we talked about right here to figure out the coordinates of the new point. All right, well, then let's do that then. You know that this is vertical. You know that this is vertical. Okay? Those are your two verticals. There's your two horizontals. Okay, so let's deal with the horizontal first. Remember the most important thing. SRT. Stretches first. Then reflections and transformations. That's again based on the idea of bed mass. You multiply and divide first and addition subtraction last. Okay, so let's look at our vertical. Our vertical is 1/2, right? Our B value is 1/2, which means it's a stretch of 2. So you're going to take this guy, you're going to stretch it by 2, right? You're not going to move it anything. So guess what? Your new point is going to be 8, comma. There you go. That's it. Your new point starts with a value of 8. Then, okay, you're going to multiply this y value by a -1, and then you're going to add 3 to this. Oh, okay. So 2 times -1 is -2 plus 3. There's your new point right there. But how are you sure that this works? How are you sure that this formula that I gave you here and you developed based on all of this stuff up here actually gives you a point of 8,1? Simple. Throw in your calculator. See if you get 8,1. Same as before. So here's my calculator. I just happened to take this formula and put it in there for you already. I'm going to hit graph. There's what my graph looks like. Oh, there's that reflection we talked about. Fancy, fancy, fancy. Now go second table and look at that. Lo and behold, there's the 8,1 that we're talking about. Oh, I see it now. So you can devise this using all of the formulas in A, B, H, and K that we did before, but you can also verify it using your calculator.